What's poppin', everybody? It's solrock and today I'm going to show you guys my Zygarde Barbaracle deck, XYZ Baus, if anyone understands what that means. But I'm not gonna lie, this deck I've been enjoying it, and it's been a while since I've enjoyed a Pokemon deck that's new. Maybe because I get to use all my full art Charons now. Nice. Like Charon. So this is a really good deck. I mean, you got this Mega Zygarde EX is a Mega Evolution basic Pokemon with 310 HP, even stronger than Kangaskhan. And you got 2 solid attacks and even an extra attack that we can do with the tool that we're going to look at later. Gaia Wave does 200 and then you can block 30, giving this guy some, extra defense, making it harder for your opponent to one-shot or even two-shot. And then Nullifying 0, it kind of looks like an ass attack, needing 5 fighting energies, but it can actually put in the work, even with the coin flips. You flip a coin for each of your opponent's Pokemon, and you do 150 to each of those Pokemon if you get a heads. So even if you just get 2 heads, let's say your opponent has a field of 6 Pokemon. If you get just 2 heads, that's 300 damage. I mean, it can be kind of random, but a lot of the times when you ride your luck, depending on what your opponent has down there, it might just work out for you to just do this and try and get lucky. I mean, if you just get a bunch of heads, let's say you get 3 heads, that's crazy, man. You can finish off Pokemon that are hurt, get a bunch of easy KOs on Pokemon before they evolve. You can do a lot. So don't underestimate this attack. It's actually pretty good. And then the other attack, I guess we'll look at it. Let me just look at it now, is with this core memory. It's a Pokemon tool. It's got to be attached to Mega Zygarde, and basically this is your one-hit KO attack for most of the meta Pokemon. 350 damage, so you can pretty much one-hit KO even Mega EX Pokemon. And stage 1s and even stage 2s, but some of the stage 2s like Venusaur, they're going to survive. But everything else dies, and you got to discard all the energies, but it's worth it if we can get 2 to 3 prizes. Okay, now you might be wondering, Zygarde, all of these fighting energies, how are we going to power up this motherfucker? We got Barbaracle, new Barbaracle card in the format with stone arms. You can attach a basic fighting energy card from your hand to one of your fighting Pokemon. So this works on the active, this works on the bench, kind of like Emboar, Inferno Fandango, Rain Dance Blasters, but it can only be done once per turn. What's the word? The advantage you get, let's just say that, is that this is a stage 1 Pokemon, so that's why you got this drawback. It balances out by this guy being a stage 1 Pokemon. So it's easier to get out. We don't need a rare candy. It's faster. So instead, we're just going to try and get a bunch of these guys much easier, and then between your manual attachments and using this Barbaracle a few times, you can meet the energy cost for these attacks. Okay? In the beginning, we're likely going to have something like the Solrock active, sort of taking up some time, so it's good. And then this guy can come in and put in the real hurt. But it's some standard stuff. I mean, 3 Zygarde EXs, you don't need 4. We have some recovery cards too, if you really need to recover one back. But 3 should be enough. A 4/3 line of Barbaracle. More than likely you're gonna have 2. It's good to have 3, but depending on your bench, you might just have 2, and then, you gotta make sure you get your manual attachments too. And then 4 of the basic Pokemon. You can do double draw with this card too, which you probably don't want to waste the attachment. But if you really got nothing else going on and the game is slow, then you can use this to draw. And then we also have the Solrock and Lunatone engine. Finally get to use these guys. Some of my favorites from the Great Encounters days of DP. These guys always working together in Gen 3 too. You have this Solrock down, and then with Lunatone, Lunar Cycle, you can discard a fighting energy and draw 3. This gives you very great draw. And in this format now, after the rotation, with the lack of consistency cards like these are good. They become even better than usual. So draw 3, see what you need, and then with the straight draw, it makes cards like Charon more effective. And we have ways to get the energies back with energy retrievals and such. You'll see. But do 2 and 4. This guy, we do more of him because you can have him up front and attack too if you open with him. maybe you can get a cheap kill on small Pokemon since he does 70 for 1. It's pretty ridiculous. I mean, not this guy's damage, but the fact that the small Pokemon have 70 HP and you can kill them. But that's it. All basic Pokemon. Besides Barbaracle, we have enough of them. And you get the job done. Now, the grass weakness, you can't really do much about it, or at least I didn't really put any effort or thought into doing anything about it. If you play against grass Pokemon, you're going to be in trouble. You're likely going to lose, but that's the game. Okay. We got 12 fighting energies is enough for manual attachments to discard for Solrock, Lunatone, and, you know, to have for Barbaracle to attach. We got a bunch of recovery cards for the fighting energies. Max out the energy retrieval, the typical, you know, +1, easy to use, you get 2 energies back from the grave. And then I do 3 of this guy too, the Terragon. This old dude is like a worker or something, reminds me of the shit from Canalave City Gym and DP. Anyway, but you can get basically 4 in any combination of fighting Pokemon or basic fighting energy cards from the discard pile back in hand. So he's kind of like that psychic supporter bitch that lets you do the same thing for psychic Pokemon and energies. Kind of like that. He's like a fisherman, so he's pretty versatile. Most of the time, you're just going to get fighting energies, but if you really need to get Pokemon, you can get Pokemon with this guy too. And you know what? We're just going to go this direction. You know, get our main draw from Lunatone, and then for supporter cards, we use this just to get energies back to keep using Lunatone. Anyway, I got some typical stuff that you gotta have to fetch the Pokemon. Double Mega Signal to get the Zygarde. It's the only target, so 2 of them is more than enough. To be honest, most of the time, you don't even want 2 on your bench. You're just good with 1, and then you might as well have the 3rd slot for Barbaracle. And then when it dies, I mean, you can play the other one, power him up, all that good stuff. Max out the Fighting Gong. This is energy search for fighting energies or a basic fighting Pokemon. So yeah, you search everything in this deck, basically. It's great. It's like the netball, right? It did this for grass Pokemon. We had other similar cards in the past, so pretty good. Max it out. And then max out the Pokepad. Excellent card as well. Get basic Pokemon, and our way to get Barbaracle 2 as an evolution Pokemon. Way too good to pass up. So I think you guys can see that this deck has a lot of options for very easy consistency. You run these in high numbers and you're pretty much good to go. That's basically it. I mean, the other items are my switching outlets, the one-off switch, golden switch. We got some big retreat Pokemon and this can help. And then Prime Catcher 2, pulling card, pull the right thing you want to kill, and it is beautiful, especially with Zygarde, with all of the options for the attacks. I mean, when you're hitting, you make the 5 energy attack, you want to hit stuff on the bench too. Weakness and resistance doesn't matter, so you can pull something up front that you can take advantage of even better, or move something that's gonna have its resistance negated on the bench. You can do a lot of good shit, and this is just an excellent card in general. Pull a big mega Pokemon, do the big attack with core memory, and then get a bunch of prizes. Way too good to pass up. In my opinion, it makes sense to run this aspec here. And then that's it for the item cards. I mean, the other supporter cards, I also got the boss's orders to pull, a one-of. Got the Max Lily's Determination, the best supporter card right now for sure. I mean, even before it was the best supporter card. Do the double Team Rocket's Petrol. Get any item or anything we need energy retrieval. This can turn into like a draw card in a way too. If you don't have energies, you can use this, get an energy retrieval, get energies, and then you make Lunatone live. Good shit like that. And then my favorite supporter card here is the Cool Charon from Boundaries Crossed. Got these full arts and this newer one too. I like this one better. But anyway, straight draw 3. You might think it's ass, but it's actually pretty good because it pairs up better with Lunatone's additional straight draw. Instead of doing shuffling and drawing or doing something like Iris, discard and draw, this guy works out better. Now sometimes if you use him and then you can't follow it up with Lunatone, you're hoping to see the right shit to use Lunatone or set up Lunatone, it might fail. But you know, we gotta work with what we got. We don't got too much right now, and I believe this is the best way to run the deck, favoring support cards like this if you're doing lunatone. Alright, I don't think I forgot anything, right? No, I've covered everything. Even covered the energies, just 12 fighting energies. And this is the deck, guys. Simple, effective, I want to say. It's got its weaknesses, of course, to grass. And, you know, if you play it against some wall Pokemon, EX wall Pokemon, you just have Solrock to do shit. But, what's it called? The fighting Ogerpon, it can't stop us. Other wall Pokemon that are EX immune, maybe we can use Solrock, maybe we can use this guy. It's just, I guess if you play against a deck that blocks all basics, you can't do shit. But that's what, like Manectric? I think that's about it. I can do shit like that. And, I mean, yeah, it's affected by weakness resistance, not effects. Too bad. Whatever, I mean, this deck is pretty solid. No deck is going to be perfect, but I think it's a very solid deck. I'm going to show you guys a lot of matches, so look forward to it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, share the video with your friends, and I'll see you guys next time. What-ay?